Hello Gemini, how are you guys? So this particular reading will be focused on couples that are currently in separation. You guys are not together. For some, perhaps it's been a recent breakup. For others, maybe it's been years since you've seen each other or interacted. So I'll be focusing on both of my decks here, the Heart and Soul Love Oracle deck, and then I'll go ahead and clarify with my Celestial Cosmos Tarot. All right, Gemini? So let's get into some insight and guidance here. General advice as always, so please do keep that in mind throughout your reading and take the parts of it that make sense for you and release the rest, Gemini. All right, so angels and spirit guides, please, for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. You could also be cross-watching for Gemini. So for couples and separation, what do we need to know here? What is the opening message for Gemini? And this card, flying. We've got fragmentary. Let me grab one more. It's already reiterating the fact that they miss you. Okay, so fragmentary, and then we have voyage. You and I are pieces to a puzzle that make no sense when we are apart. Incomplete without all the pieces of who we are together. You are the missing piece of my heart. Without you, the masterpiece of my life will forever remain unfinished. Intense. All right, and then we've got voyage. This has been a fantastic voyage between you and I. I can't wait to share more days and nights with you, always enjoying each other's company. There are no awkward silent moments. There never has been. You're my favorite adventure. I'm ready for more. So whoever this represents, Gemini, they clearly don't want this love story to be over. They feel truly that something's missing because you're not a part of their life right now. All right, so let's see. Let's go ahead and clarify with some tarot here. They at the end of the day, they really want to be able to explore the relationship again and to continue to live their life by your side. And if you're wanting that as well, let's go ahead and see if it's possible. For couples in separation. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Gemini. Beautiful. So we've got the Wheel of Fortune, okay? So if you guys really are destined to reconnect in this lifetime, Gemini, then, you know, perhaps obstacles have to be removed in the meantime. Two of Cups followed by the Magician. Look at that. So the Magician in particular can represent Gemini energy as well as Virgo. Wheel of Fortune can represent fixed signs especially. So Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo, Taurus. That could be significant for some of you guys. So what we see here is that they still love you. They really do still see you as the one, their ideal person. They don't want anybody else. Even though you guys are not together at this point in time, they still are holding on to the hope that you guys can find a way back to each other, to be able to manifest a reunion. Is that possible? All right, let's see what else here. So things can maybe turn around for the better, Gemini. It hasn't been easy on both of you. You know, it could have been very stressful. And with the Nine of Wands, it certainly is picking up off of that vibe that this was something difficult. This is something that perhaps hurt you both. But there were lessons to be learned as a result of the distance and time apart. I'm kind of feeling here better days are in front of you, Gemini, regardless of what the two of you have been through. What else for Gemini here? We've got the Death card. You could also be thinking of Scorpio. I feel this could be a blessing in disguise, even though you guys broke up, you're not together, you're in separation. It kind of reminds me of a boxing match of all things where, you know, that bell rings and the two fighters just have to go to their neutral corners. So I'm kind of feeling that's something that you guys needed to do. There was something challenging the partnership, and so it needed a break. You know, you guys needed a timeout, so to speak, in order to maybe work on yourselves or whatever the situation implied. If you guys were to have a second chance, I feel that you would be coming forward as two different people compared to how you guys interacted, compared to how you guys were back then. And even appearance-wise, you guys might even look very different from how you were before. Not in a bad way. I feel in a very good way where you guys would still be very attracted to each other, but in a more amplified way. Let's see. For Gemini, Divine Feminine, here you are. All right, so I feel we have a masculine here who's definitely feeling this emptiness in their life because you are not there. Some of you guys could have maybe had a child or children together, could have been married. If not married, then certainly you guys might have even discussed that, what the future would look like if you could have gone in that direction. We have Leo coming through with the Strength card. So I feel it's really important for whoever creates movement here, for the two of you to find your way back to each other, is to overcome those fears, to overcome perhaps the lack of confidence, to do what is necessary for you guys to find your way back to each other. It could be you, Divine Feminine, that's not so sure. You know, maybe you need to find the courage to be able to just open yourself up to the possibility of what life would be like if your masculine came back. Look at this. We've got the Ten of Cups. You guys can have it all at the end of the day. Or I'm feeling for some of you guys, you had it all to begin with and something happened to break you guys up. So I'm ultimately feeling here, you guys can have it all again. You can find happiness once again when it comes to this partnership. But, you know, you guys certainly had your fair share of disagreements here where you just weren't seeing eye to eye. So these are some of the obstacles that needs to be faced and addressed. I can't help but feel that for some of you guys, there were other people in the picture. So it could have been maybe a love triangle here. Freedom, self-sufficient. Financially, perhaps, in your work environment, Gemini, you could be doing really well. Ooh, this is interesting. Okay, so I feel maybe the person you're thinking about could be single. Maybe you are single at this point in time. Whoever decided to walk away, obviously it created a relationship that was no longer together. But I feel, again, that that was a necessary part of the journey. You guys needed to spend time apart in order for the narrative of this connection to come back as maybe something better than what it was. And I'm also getting that it's hard to imagine anything better than what it was because it was pretty darn good to begin with. But something clearly happened here to create some sort of drama. Look at this. You guys are coming through as divine counterparts here. Feminine, masculine coming back together. I feel it's just a matter of time here. Speaking of time, look at that. You've got the Seven of Pentacles. Hard work pays off, perseverance. I'm kind of getting for both of you, feminine and masculine, you guys aren't ready to give up on this. It's not the right time. Perhaps it's not the right time to come back together. It could take some time. But I'm also feeling for both of you that there's just this sense that, you know, you guys don't want to give up on this. That life just made sense when you guys were together. But there's something here. It's going to take some time to be able to bring this together. It's not going to happen tomorrow. I don't see it happening possibly this year. I don't see it happening this year, but maybe early part of next year, you'll receive some sort of message or sign that finally there's movement there. Because I still feel if you relate to this, you guys are still destined to reconnect. I don't think it's over. You guys are thinking about each other as well, you know, feeling nostalgic about the memories. And this, at the end of the day, could represent a reunion that will come in. So that's what I'm instinctively feeling here, Gemini. Possibly early part of next year is when a reunion might happen, a reconciliation. You guys belong together, okay? Divine counterparts represented right here. So I don't feel that this journey is over. That's what I've got for you, Gemini. All right, so if you are interested in your own reading, I'd love to offer you more insight that way. That link is down below in the description box, as well as the link to these 2 decks. All right, guys, I will see you next time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Take care.